If you're a lineman in charge of keeping the lights on, Grainger understands that you go to great lengths, and sometimes heights, to ensure the power is always flowing. Which is why you can count on Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery, so you have everything you need to get the job done. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Calaroga Shark Media.
A manipulated photograph showing Pope Leo XIV alongside rap artists in Chicago has been circulating online. Originating from a social media account known for creating false content, investigation reveals this image has been digitally modified. The authentic color photograph, which features 11 individuals, was originally shared on Instagram by the late rapper King Von during August 2020, several months before his death that November. This is White Smoke. The genuine photograph never included the future Cardinal Prevost. The source of Pope Leo XIV's image used in this parody remains unknown. Notable differences exist between his appearance in the altered black and white image and his actual presentation as the newly chosen Pope when he appeared on the central balcony of St. Peter's Basilica on May 8th. Since Pope Leo XIV's recent election, the digital landscape has become flooded with sophisticated artificial intelligence-created content falsely attributed to the new pontiff. These fabricated materials, spreading rapidly across social media platforms, including YouTube and TikTok, present convincing but entirely fictional messages, supposedly delivered by the Pope himself. One particularly notable example involves a YouTube channel titled Pope Leo XIV Sermons, which published a 42-minute video purporting to show the pontiff delivering an urgent message about apocalyptic themes. The content, featuring an artificially generated voice mimicking Pope Leo XIV, has attracted over 230,000 views and 13,000 channel subscribers. The fabricated sermon contains dramatic language about spiritual warnings and worldly dissolution, though it lacks substantive theological content. The presentation employs vague prophetic language designed to capture attention rather than provide meaningful religious instruction. Despite clear indicators that the content is artificially generated, many viewers have accepted it as authentic papal communication. Personal accounts from Catholics demonstrate the concerning reach of these deceptions. One individual reported family members sharing these fake videos in group conversations, refusing to acknowledge their artificial nature even when confronted with explicit labeling. Another person described their parent initially believing the content was genuine, and even after learning otherwise, maintaining that the message held value. A parish priest noted encountering this phenomenon during recent educational sessions about the papacy, where a participant shared what they believed was an authentic prayer from Pope Leo XIV that had actually been artificially generated. The priest expressed serious concern about the widespread nature of this misinformation problem. These incidents, occurring within a brief time frame, illustrate how quickly false content can penetrate Catholic communities. The advancing sophistication of deepfake technology makes distinguishing authentic from fabricated content increasingly challenging for average consumers. The Vatican has previously addressed artificial intelligence concerns through various initiatives. In 2020, the Pontifical Academy for Life introduced the Rome Call for Artificial Intelligence Ethics, establishing international standards for responsible artificial intelligence development. This document emphasizes that artificial intelligence technology must never exploit vulnerable populations. Earlier this year, the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith released a comprehensive analysis titled Antiqua et Nova, examining relationships between artificial and human intelligence. This publication stressed that while artificial intelligence offers benefits, ethical guidance remains essential, particularly regarding human dignity, moral responsibility, and spiritual openness. The document specifically warns about malicious misuse of artificial intelligence technology. Pope Francis, during his tenure, frequently addressed technological challenges. In his 2024 message for the 58th World Day of Social Communications, he cautioned about unprecedented technological control over reality, warning that such advances could threaten human survival and environmental stability. Francis emphasized human agency in determining whether people become subjects of algorithmic manipulation or maintain the freedom necessary for wisdom development. His papacy, occurring during social media's rise, experienced both advantages and difficulties of digital age leadership. Pope Leo has demonstrated awareness of these emerging challenges. During his May 12th media address, he acknowledged artificial intelligence's immense potential while emphasizing the need for responsible implementation, ensuring universal benefit. He stressed that this responsibility extends to all individuals according to their social roles and capacities. The proliferation of papal deepfakes represents just the beginning of a broader challenge requiring enhanced media literacy and healthy skepticism towards sensational online content. Successfully navigating this complex digital environment demands vigilance, discernment, and unwavering commitment to truth verification. In an opinion piece, Vox writes, "The new Pope has strong opinions about AI. Good. Pope Leo's unusual crusade should be a model for every religion. When you take a look at Catholic history, you realize that AI is exactly the sort of thing the Pope should have strong opinions on. The Church's past suggests that technology is something for it to actively engage with, cheering it on where appropriate, criticizing where necessary, but never just disengaging. AI in particular is forcing big questions about the meaning of human life, and it's important to have spiritual thinkers weigh in on those instead of just letting technologists run the show. Go back to the medieval period and you'll see that the Catholic Church and technological innovation once went hand in hand. That's because Christian thinkers in the Middle Ages developed a radical idea. Technology, they theorized, could help us restore humanity to the perfection of Adam before his fall from grace. If part of what it meant for Adam to be formed in God's image was that he was a creator, a maker, then maybe the key to human redemption was to lean into that aspect of ourselves. Even in the midst of the so-called Dark Ages, this idea took off in monasteries, where the motto, ora et labora, prayer and work, circulated widely. Some of these monasteries became hotbeds of engineering, yielding inventions like the first known tidal-powered water wheel and impact-drilled well. Catholics also gave us everything from metallurgy and mills to the wide-scale adoption of clocks and the printing press. To this day, engineers have not one but 4 patron saints in Catholicism. Meanwhile at Slate, they are unhappy with the Vatican's new website. Molly Olmsted writes, "Through all the chaos of life, through the seismic shocks of American politics, the existential horrors of climate change, and the tyrannical return of low-waste genes, there has been one constant that has brought me a sense of serenity through the years: the utterly atrocious design of the official website for the Roman Catholic Church." Molly adds, "I cannot emphasize enough how wonderfully ugly this website has been. The whole thing was sand-colored and textured, mimicking parchment. In a box in the right half of the homepage, you could scroll through the Pope's calendar, the 2 small dark brown text spaced unevenly in alternating opaque and translucent strips. There was a pasted-on cutout photo of the Pope, smiling and waving, emanating a kind of angelic light, the kind of special effect that would have elicited fist pumps from web designers in 1995. This is because this website was designed in the 90s and never touched again. I have occasionally shown it to people at parties over the years, and even after my friends were briefed on the situation, they always expressed shock and delight at the actual reveal. Although the site didn't actually use papyrus, you came away with the impression that it did. I hoped this would never change, so it was personally devastating when I discovered the website had been redesigned. Gone are the textured wallpaper and random shadow effects, the imprecisely placed text boxes, and the awkwardly tacked-on Twitter icon that led nowhere. Tragically, the new website has tasteful sky blues, a high-resolution photo of the new Pope, and an overall consistency of design and pleasing simplicity that doesn't scream Windows 95. But there's good news here. With just a little poking around, you'll easily find the bones of the old website. Sure, the homepage got a facelift, but the page for Pope Leo is still no-frills bold black text on white background, with a floating cropped photo of the Pope in strangely menacing lighting.
There's always something brewing behind palace walls, whether it's Prince Harry and Meghan Markle making headlines from afar, or Prince William and Princess Catherine quietly preparing for the future throne. I'm Mark Francis, and on Palace Intrigue, we cover every twist, turn, whisper and wink. From royal drama to daily gossip, follow Palace Intrigue wherever you get your podcasts.
He thought cryptocurrency would set him free. Instead, it made him a target. Alessandro Romano flew to New York for a business meeting with his former partner. What he found was an elaborate trap. A luxury apartment turned torture chamber, where digital dreams become real-world nightmares. For 8 days, he endured unimaginable torture. His captors wanted his Bitcoin passwords. They had police protection. They had done this before. This is the true story of friendship turned to betrayal, innovation turned to exploitation, and one man's fight for survival against a system designed to break him. Crypto Kidnap. Available wherever you get your podcasts.
Want this podcast without commercial interruptions or feed drops? Caliroga Plus is just $5 a month, and you'll get this show ad-free. Plus, we've just added the full first seasons of Eastwood Reloaded and Crown and Controversy, so you can binge listen our new series without a single interruption. Caliroga Plus gives you Palace Intrigue, 5 good news stories, daily comedy news, 5 daily trivia questions, and all the other shows on the Caliroga Shark Media Network, totally ad-free. For just $5 a month, it's the best deal going. Apple Podcast users can even get a 30-day free trial by clicking the banner that says uninterrupted listening. If you're on any other app, head to caliroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes. Don't wait. Get your uninterrupted content now. Apple Podcast users click that banner that says uninterrupted listening. If you're on any other app, head to caliroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes.